Welcome to Sustainable Packaging with Corey Connors. Today's guest is a special person from the world of sustainable packaging from Nivea.
Okay.
Would you mind introducing yourself, sir?
Sure. So my name is Jerome Lerouge. Obviously, you can see with my name that I'm French. It's a very French name. I'm currently the packaging director for the Nivea brand,
Mhm.
and I'm located in Hamburg, in Germany. Because the
Oh,
company is in
you're not
Germany.
in Paris. Okay,
No, I'm not located in Paris.
wonderful. Well, we're live here from Paris Packaging Week. The people at Paris have set us up with this beautiful booth,
Yes.
and it's been an honor to speak to amazing people like you. Can you
Thank
tell
you.
us a little bit about your background? How did you get into packaging?
Yes, actually, I had scientific studies. I've always been interested in packaging and tangible things that you can really approach.
Yeah.
So actually, I did one of the most famous packaging school in France, which
Oh.
is was called ESIEC at that time.
Mhm, mhm.
It turned into ESI Reims now, located in Reims. So it's a
Wow.
very dedicated school of engineer focusing on packaging.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And at Nivea, we're focusing mostly on beauty and health products. Is that correct?
It's skincare. It's a
Skincare.
skincare company.
Yes.
And we have also some personal care products.
Yeah.
But we're really focusing on skin and changing the life of our consumer so they feel good in their skin also.
I love that. Did you hear that? Changing the life of the consumer with your packaged products is
Yes.
an amazing thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not limited only to Nivea. We also have brands like dermatological brands like Eucerin,
Okay.
sold in Europe in pharmacies.
Oh, okay.
The brand Aquaphor, very famous in the US.
Okay.
Is also part of our company.
Oh, okay. So is Nivea the parent company then?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. It's the biggest part of the
Right.
of the business.
Well, so you're dealing with lots of different sustainability challenges.
Mhm.
Can you maybe speak to some of those? Because what we're surrounded by here is 650 booths
Yeah.
of packaging for
Yes.
exactly your product:
Yes.
glass, steel, aluminum, plastics, some recyclable, some not,
Some confusing.
some confusing, some more challenging than
Yes.
most. Can you tell us a little bit about maybe some recent challenges or maybe a victory that you've had that where you're proud of?
Sure. And the main topic when we talk about brands like Nivea, which are master brands, and we are there for more than 100 years on the market.
Wow.
We have Nivea Men, Nivea Face Care, Face Cleansing. Labello is also part of our portfolio. So we have a huge amount of formats, meaning also huge amount of materials that we have to deal with.
Wow.
And I'm not talking also of all the metal packaging that we have.
Yes.
And everybody knows our iconic Nivea
That's
tin.
I was going to say, that's what I'm used to seeing.
Exactly. So the challenges are that there is not only one way to tackle sustainability. I
Yeah.
think if you talk to anyone on the fair here,
Right.
for sure the first target, and I think where everybody was rushing into, was integrating recycled material.
Right. Higher PCR.
Higher PCR,
Yeah.
more
Most
PCR.
consumer recycled, if you're listening. Yeah.
Sometimes from a push from retailers, we're saying we're not retailing you if you don't have 30% of
Yeah.
recycled PT, for example. That was at
Really?
the very beginning.
Wow.
It happened in Germany, or sometimes some countries being more advanced, like the UK, saying, hey, if you have styrene-based packaging, you're out.
Yeah.
So one example is that we switched our Labello sticks
Good.
from a styrene-based packaging
Yes.
to a monomaterial PP,
Oh,
polypropylene.
good. Good.
So we have some of these changes happening. The second step is always weight reduction.
Mhm.
And I think here we are best in class in terms of lightweighting of packaging.
Good.
You talked about some formats we are proud of.
Yeah.
We were launching, for me, it was a revolution in the world of packaging, the first rollable lightweight bottle. And the bottle was so light that you could roll it up like a tube, so you could really empty it.
Wow.
And we divided by nearly half of the weight of normal lotion bottles.
Incredible.
So
Wow.
it was a fantastic development, challenging sometimes. And here the balance, I think one of the most challenging time was, how do you lightweight? Because we can always go lighter and lighter,
Mhm.
but we still need to produce millions of these packagings.
That's
So you need to find a
yeah.
kind of healthy balance between producible, but still being extra light.
Nivea is such a big company, such a big brand, and you mentioned some of the other brands underneath. So we're not talking about several hundred units. We're talking about several 100 million units.
Exactly.
And so when you're taking out 5% of the weight, or like you said, 50% of the weight, this is a massive carbon footprint reduction. So good for you. and
This is what makes interesting the job in packaging also,
Yeah.
is that we're such a, especially in these times of sustainability,
yes,
such a central function, because we convey a lot of information to our consumer through the packaging experience and the link
Right.
we have with our marketing colleagues. But we need to be extremely close to our manufacturing and sourcing, for example, of recycled material.
right.
We need to discuss a lot more with
Yes.
our colleagues from procurement.
What are you seeing as far as that supply? Is it very challenging to get post-consumer recycled material to make your new packaging? Depends.
Depends.
Probably the answer, yes.
I think getting material is not the problem. Securing it,
Yeah.
and having fallbacks material, because for sure, when we produce millions of pieces, we cannot only rely on one source.
Right.
So having different sources, and then maybe different colors that you need to develop, and having
Right.
it plug and play whenever something happens, I think is the challenge. Finding PCR, we will find PCR,
Right.
but it's really being able to combine them.
A consistent supply of post-consumer recycled material that you can turn into a consistent supply of high PCR content,
Correct.
a finished good. This is the challenge.
And we also want to communicate to our clients.
Right.
So for sure, we link the amount of PCR in our artworks, making it even more complex if we need to switch.
Because you can't change.
You can change if it's the same amount, but it's the whole complexity.
I can sympathize with you because that's the challenge, and more people are dealing with that. Have you taken other steps like changing your secondary and tertiary packaging
Yeah.
to make that lightweight or maybe reusable?
We even skipped. So in some brands like
Wow.
Eucerin, for example,
Mhm.
everything that was not
Eucerin, yeah.
extremely needed, for example, leaflets. So we were sold in pharmacy. So the normal way of selling your product was in a folding box with a leaflet.
Yep.
And we skipped all our leaflets.
Usually folded up into origami shape.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we saved hundreds of tons of paper,
Wow, good for you.
and we were already FSC certified. That was the basics. We really checked that 100% of our portfolio. We had still some SKUs here and there a couple of years ago,
Great,
but we tackled the paper topic already quite some time ago.
excellent.
And we try to skip, if you look at some tubes like on our Nivea Men brands, you will find face cleansers without any folding boxes. We try to really reduce
wow.
the amount of paper we're using in general.
Can it be accomplished sometimes with a QR code on the bottle?
We don't do that yet.
Yeah.
For sure, it's gonna come. I mean,
Yeah.
the QR codes are coming big
It's
time.
an easy solution, right?
Exactly. And you can use it for other purpose also if you want to have
And it-
communication linked to websites. So it's
And
gonna come.
you can build brand loyalty, like you said.
Yeah.
You can bring them to your website. You-
Exactly.
You can sell them more of the line or a different line, and
We actually used QR codes in very specific cases.
oh, good.
This one is also very interesting as we're talking about sustainability.
Yeah.
We are trying to find different way of tackling sustainability.
Mm.
So we talked about lightweighting PCR. That's the basics.
Yeah.
But we also have some refill machines, for example, that we were
Oh, wow.
installing in shops. So for sure, it was not on a big scale, but for us, that was really this experimental approach, doing a partnership with one of our retailer. So
Great.
the biggest one in Germany is DM,
Okay.
because we have this kind of druggery store, it's called.
Mhm, mhm.
And we installed these machines where the consumer could take an empty bottle on the machine, fill it with one or the other shower product that we had.
Great.
And here we use the QR code to be able to identify which product is used.
Oh, okay.
And the idea was that the consumer could use up the product
Yeah.
and come back with its own empty bottle and refill it for a second cycle or a third
Oh,
cycle.
great. That is such a big part of the future of sustainable packaging, I think.
Yes.
The refillable in-store, bring your bottle back, use it 100 times.
Exactly.
It's-
So we used up this case to also have findings about the size of containers.
Yeah,
Is it cannibalizing the product you have also on shelf?
let's
Because
talk
you will,
about that.
you will
Yeah.
have the transition of on shelf to refill. You cannot have everything at the same time.
Very true.
Are we driving more traffic, for example, on
Yeah.
shelf? So it's we had a lot of findings, and also seeing if consumers were bringing back the product. So we could just track if we had 2-3 loops,
Okay.
and also have a kind of
What kind of things
incentive
were you,
system.
what were you seeing? The consumers embracing it?
yes, consumer embracing it,
Yeah.
not on a big scale.
Mm.
We can still see that
Sure.
a lot of consumers are asking for it, but not yet taking the challenge of bringing back your packaging and fit it in
That's
store.
it. It's a challenge. It's a lifestyle change.
Yes.
And it's a consumer mindset shift that is going to be slow.
Yeah.
I
But
think.
I do the parallel, for example, who would have told me, and I would not have believed it 15 years ago, that you will bring your own shopping bags when you go to the supermarket. I mean,
Exactly.
do you remember?
And now
we
you're
had-
nervous when you forget.
Everybody was having his going to the shop, buying everything, going into plastic bags and going home without
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
And people were embracing the change, were
No
forced to do it also in a way. And now it's a common practice.
That is a great analogy and exact, situation. Are consumers ready to do this? I think they are.
Mhm.
I think they'll be early adopters, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, I know people that used to bring their grocery bags to the grocery store 20 years ago, before it,
You always have front runners or
Yeah.
early adopters.
right.
So I think that, when we look on the market right now, maybe we have 10% of our consumers ready to do that.
Yes.
I hope that the upcoming, for example, European regulations
Yep.
coming up on the packaging waste will also help to really have people get that in their normal habits.
Yes. Anything going on with Nivea that you can announce, or anything new that you're excited about speaking towards?
Well, we have a lot of different launches happening.
Yeah.
One of the recent one was our shower gel bottle,
Oh yeah.
our female shower gel bottle.
Yeah.
Where here we reduced by 30%
Wow.
the weight of our packaging.
Congratulations.
It's an extremely lightweight. We have a PE version and a PET.
Okay.
And we also
Polypropylene.
we have a polyethylene bottle.
Oh, PE. Okay.
Exactly. And we have a PET
Okay.
for more complex formulations also.
Wow.
It was a hell of a development. And we fixed something because we had these bottles for quite some time.
Yeah.
Now it's also a handstand so that we can have a better rest emptying of the bottle.
So you're turning it upside down.
Exactly. And we also just received the certificates also on these products because for the first time we were using blue sorted PCR,
Oh.
which is not really the standards in the industry. So usually people use white or gray PCR base and put master batch into it. We decided to go for a blue sorted PCR and develop the color accordingly so that we foster more the circular economy of not taking a white, polluting it with blue and putting it again in the stream.
Are you able to find consistent blue?
Depends what you understand by consistent.
So are you maybe allowing a little bit more of a leniency there?
We have to.
Good.
We-
I'd love to hear that.
No, but we have to. This is a new reality.
Yes.
When I talk to some
I
colleagues,
don't care what shade of blue it is as a consumer.
it depends.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, for us, it's we need to be careful on this one. Nivea is the blue brand.
Yeah.
So we have our color.
Iconic. Yeah.
So on the color of our logo on printed packaging, we cannot
That has to
mitigate
be
on that.
consistent. Right. Right.
Maybe on our caps, the top of the flip top, we have to see something to bring more consistency.
Yes.
But at the end, PCR is PCR. We have to live with the changes. Thinking that we will have a consistent color is thinking of the past. We need to look forward and adapt to that.
That's refreshing to hear that a large brand like yours is willing to waver a little bit and say, yeah, it's okay. Our customers are loyal. They're going to understand the logo is going to be the same. It's going to be the same color. The blue might be one hue different each direction, and that'll be okay.
But the streams are also developing a lot. So when we talk about differences, it's not like if we have a very gray blue and a very yellow blue.
Yeah.
There are differences. Sometimes you can notice that on shelf, but it's
Right.
not drastically different at the end of the day.
That's excellent. That's exciting, and thank you for that. I'm very happy to hear that. I know this sounds crazy, but I think it's so important. Anything that I didn't ask you that you wish I would have?
Well, maybe other areas of development that we're looking into,
Please.
because it's quite interesting. We really try to gain experience on many different areas.
Yeah.
We looked a little bit because right now we're still thinking about lotions in bottles,
Yeah.
creams in jars. But maybe the future is more into concentrates.
Yes.
Maybe the
Yes.
formulation will change and we'll have to adapt our packaging.
I love that.
How will we still kind of develop bottles for liquids?
Yeah.
Will we have solid formulations in the future?
Right.
it's
Could
a
it be a
whole
bar?
new
Yeah.
way of thinking.
Yeah, good.
So to try that, we first launched a bar soap for face cleansing,
Oh, good.
where we only had a paper packaging around, so
Mhm.
really plastic free. It's really working well.
Good.
And we also experimented concentrates. So we did a partnership with one of our retailer in the UK.
Great.
And here it was about a hand wash where you had taps that
Yeah.
you just drop into water.
Yeah.
You dissolve and then you can use it. For sure, we need to develop that. So nothing is perfect. People will complain, oh, it's still a plastic bottle. And so we need to have in between steps so that we can reach the end targets.
Right. But what they are not thinking about is the reduction of weight when shipping.
Yes.
You know, the fewer trucks on the road, the fewer containers on the ship. You know, these things are great steps forward.
Yeah.
So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'd love to see some of that concentrate products. Maybe I'll make some TikToks about it or something.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. It's been an honor to meet you, and thank you, Easy Fairs and Paris Packaging Week.
Yes, it
for
was a fantastic
hosting
fair
us.
this year.
Really
good.
You've been before?
Yes, so I'm part of the PCD jury now for
Oh, wow.
4 or 5 years.
That's right.
So I'm trying to come here every year if I'm not on a COVID sick leave, like
Yes.
last year, unfortunately. But no, it's good to see that everything is starting again. I think for the first day here, we really had a lot of people on the fair.
Yes.
It's still the major. I think it's one of the, if not the best packaging fair so far in Europe.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kudos to them.
Yes.
Tell us about a product that you judged that you were excited about.
Some products. I love the one from my dear colleague from Unilever, this
Yeah.
material pump
Yeah.
from Dermalogica.
Dermalogica. I know Kevin Davis accepted an award yesterday for that.
Exactly. So that was a partnership with Aptar.
Mhm.
Very good.
Yes.
We actually have also very recyclable pumps.
Oh, good.
but
Well,
but from a perspective to tackle sustainability and e-commerce at the same time is a very nice move.
well, that's awesome. Thank you again, sir.
Yes.
Appreciate it.